they gonna tell me about the picture when they can't see? How they gonna try and measure up to what they can't be? Sure-handed, now they put their mind on what they can't reach. Ask me to track me, I stand free like tax-free. How they gonna tell me about the picture when they can't see? How they gonna try and measure up to what they can't be? Sure-handed, now they put their mind on what they can't reach. Ask me to track me, I stand free like tax-free.
Assalamu alaikum to all the viewers. Welcome to another edition of Hip Hop 101 Face to Face. This program is brought to you by Right Click and Gandal Global. Yeah, what we do here is we put the spotlight on the people in our hip hop industry here in the Gambia. Your host, as usual, is Kandalit, aka Black Knight. And you know the deal. I'm here with my lovely, talented co-host, Fatou.
Yes, Kandalit, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm fine, thanks. Not coming.
I'm okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So, you ready for another edition of this?
Yes, I am.
Okay, you know the deal. We have a special guest in the building. So, without further ado, let me introduce him. He's a music producer. He's also a radio presenter. He's the host of the Home Cook radio show. He's the man behind the Home Cook freestyle competition, the Home Cook hitmaker. He's the CEO of MBT Records, which was formerly Negrophil Records. He's produced many works from many artists, including Killer Ace, Smoke Doctor, Dr. J, Poetic X, P Thugger, aka Duan, and many more. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to Maaw Gee. Assalamu alaikum, bro.
Yeah, assalamu alaikum Kandalit and assalamu alaikum Fatou. You know, I'm very happy to be here. And you know, I'm that talk, you know, in hip hop. Thank you very much for having me here.
Yeah, most definitely. It's a pleasure to have you here, man. Most definitely. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely an honor because you're someone who's been in the music scene, I can say, almost since the beginning.
Most definitely. Yeah,
You know, you're also the first music producer to be on Hip Hop 101 Face to Face. It's not just about rappers. Yeah, man. So more than that. But also, I need to make a correction. You're the host of the baseline.
The baseline hip hop on Capital FM.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. That's right. Okay, so you know, as the first music producer here, you know, tell us about how you got into production and also how MBT Records, formerly Negrophil Records, came to be.
Anybody who knows Maaw Gee, you know, you know that like I've grown up in the neighborhood, you know, that's surrounded by hip hop heads.
Yeah.
That's Bulldog Records, which was Poetic X and Pepe House crew.
Yeah.
And you know, the producer was the late MJ of the Bulldog Records, you know.
Yeah.
So you know, back then we were just, you know, kid in the neighborhood, you know. So you know, growing up with those elders that was doing hip hop, you know. So it was me and PA. So we start going to the studio, and every time, you know, being there, you know, seeing exactly how they normally record their songs and how MJ normally record, you know, mix and master.
Yeah.
So there's a time I sit with PA, I was like, you know, I think we need to have our own, you know, recording studio.
Yeah.
So we decided to, you know, to start gathering some materials, you know, but the idea was like, I'm gonna learn production and he's gonna learn graphics. So Abbas Artistic was living in our neighborhood from Senegal, you know.
Yeah.
So he was doing graphics by then, you know. So PS started going to Abbas, then I started going to MJ, you know. So that's normally it came. Then I started developing myself on production. Then we started, you know, getting the materials, you know, one by one, you know, computer, you know, and the mic was not a studio mic. It was a normal stage mic, you know. But after the late MJ, you know, come home and, you know, set up the mic for us, install the software, and I was not using Cubase. I was using Adobe, you know, in 2010, 11, you know, around that time. So from that, you know, I started, you know, learning how to record on Adobe, and MJ been helping me a lot. The late MJ been helping me a lot how to record, how to mix and master. And after, you know, we decided to name the studio Negrophil Records. It was Negrophil Army with me and PA was rapping, you know, in the neighborhood before Arms joined us. So later than Arms joined us to be 3 members, you know. So we named the studio Negrophil Records. Then we start recording songs, but it was not proper songs, you know, but you know, as time goes on, we've been, you know, developing my skills and all that, you know. Then I start, you know, recording, you know, more proper songs and having more quality materials, you know, good computers. Then after, I talked to PS Dad, you know, he was in US, you know, now passed away, rest in peace Dad. So that we need a studio mic, you understand? Then, he said, like, when he's coming, he might bring a studio mic for us. And that's the time that, I got my own studio mic. Then I replaced the studio mic to that stage mic. So I started having proper vocal. But even the stage mic, I was having nice vocal, but still I needed like a proper standard vocal.
Yeah.
So I started using that, and started recording some, good songs. And, the studio name was Negroful Records by then.
Okay. Yeah. Tell us more about Negroful Army, because you put out a few tracks.
Yeah.
And time bobu I don't rap.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah. Time bobu no dama don rap man la won ak PA ñu ñoo start on the rap in neighborhood bi, but after Arms mu join ñu, so jot nañoo release a lot of songs, xam nga time bobu I think def nañ some couple of featuring with Poetic X, def nañ some couple of featuring with Killer Ace and other Gambian hip hop MCs, But after later PA traveled to US, then after, Arms, Taka Jabar, focus, being responsible and all that.
Yeah.
So after small job banging, I was not tied on my hands. I was very, very busy recording every day, and I was the master. The mastermind of the songs. I made the beats. I produce the songs. I call them, give them the beats, and they start writing on that.
Yeah.
So when PA traveled, then I was very busy in the studio. I could not maybe not have the time to be writing songs.
Okay.
So like that's the time that Negroful start dropping out when we come to releasing songs. But we recorded like a full album.
Yeah, I've seen the videos as well. You've
Exactly.
videos,
We recorded close to 13 songs, But like after when I'm, settled down, get a wife and all that, then I focused, on the studio. And after Capital FM opened, so I was at Capital FM doing the home cooking maker, the home cook freestyle competition and all that. So I couldn't have the time now to be sitting down, writing lyrics or recording my own songs.
Yeah.
I record more people's songs than my own songs,
Yeah,
So,
I've been witness to that, man. You've recorded like a lot of
songs,
like, almost every. When I first came to Gambia, like every single major hip hop project, not even song project. You know what I'm saying? Lyrical Assassination, P Thugger's mixtape.
Every song, DDC.
Dr.
J, Binzi there, Poetic X. You know what I mean?
Like,
and even Senegal.
you know what I'm saying. So most definitely, man. Props for that, you know what I'm saying.
Thank you very much, man. Thank you so much.
So da nga yàgg si jéem ba like di produce artiste ñu bëri.
Yàgg naa si because of comme nu ma ko waxee rek maa ngi woon ak suma koto yi mooy Bulldog Records time maa dem school xam nga so time boobu yëpp maa ngi door di liggéey ak artistes yi liggéey naa amul benn Gambian artiste boo xam ne comme di nga ne comme xam nga liggéey ma Maaw Gee both old and and new ba pare tamit xam nga def na a lot of sacrifice pour lift Gambian hip hop to another level xam nga mu nekk loo xam ne comme xaalis mu ngi si table bi oo xaalis nekku si still am na ñëw on board pour support pour uplift so liggéey naa a lot of artists mu nekk album mu nekk mixtape mu nekk EP so liggéey naa a lot of album with Gambian artists not only hip hop even suñu ñëwee outside my small genre muy in and order muy mbala muy reggae muy dancer because I work with ñoom Benjamin liggéey naa lip sync time ñoom P-Mac and cocaine in Birkama and all and knowing Benjamin he's a dancer reggae artist lip sync too so and I work with those those artists back in the day
that's why I introduced you as a music producer not just hip hop we know you're a hip hop head but as a music producer
I grew up in a hip hop environment so hip hop is what I loved but when you come to the business side of it I produce different kind of music
you're able to produce all
most
types
definitely.
of music and you have done
most definitely most definitely man most definitely
lan moo la motivate pour nga nekk like hip hop producer
maa ngi yaroo si comme koñ boo xam ne comme ñu fa nekk ñëpp hip hop lañ dee def comme soo waxee Gambia doo wax Gambian music nga génne si Bulldog xam nga Bulldog comme ñaari crew la woon comme squad la woon ñu bëri ñu ngi fa ñoom dañu ngi def leneen te raabuñ waaye su ñëwee si raab da ngaa ne comme Poetic X ak Pepe House moo nekkoon star si Tiju Brain alayet MJ te dafa gaañu and nga am PMS, you know, Bilal ak Ayo. So then joining together mo nekk the Bulldog Records, you know. So ñooñu suñu man fu ma yaroo foofu lañ dëkkoon ak foofu la studio bi nekk. So xam nga yaroo si comme ñoo xam ne ñooñu comme seen life yëpp hip hop la. Da nga dem ba after la da nga doon di ko adopt muy nekk si yow. Moo tax soo déggee Maaw rek dañoo ne he's a hip hop head. Comme Maaw hip hop rek la moo déglu waaye maa ngi déglu yeneen other songs different from hip hop. waaye si ñu ma yar ak fu ma màggee xam nga ak ñoo xam ne comme ñu laa daan look up to ñu doon def comme that kind of music moo tax comme man ma am that spirit of, you know, hip hop head, you know.
Okay, so late MJ bu xanaa kooku moo la inspire pour nga nekk like.
Yeah, a lot, you know. MJ tey soo déggee ñu ne Maaw Gee, you know, gannaaw yàlla, you know, ak suma ñaari waajur da ngaa ne comme MJ xam nga MJ nekk na nit koo xam ne comme su ma waree wax baaxaayam fii nii mii bi dañ fay indu xam nga waaye def na a lot si man cause moom mooy the first producer ku ma teg si ci chair na ma ne recordal vocal. moom mooy the first producer ku ma bonal software si CD xam nga léegi CD sa bëreetut moom mooy the first producer ku bàyyi soxlaa mi ñëw suma kër xam nga installal ma suma computer bi après defaral ma suma mic bi defaral ma suma filter bi xam nga anytime suma amee issue dafa bàyyi soxlaam ñëw defaral ma ko te anywhere fu mu nekk fu mu transfer cause mu ngi woon Juice Wang after mu Juice Wang dem high tech with Sunland with Hakim, you know, guy them high tech with the late Pierre kooku moo doon meet kooku su ñëwee si video in Gambia back in the days you cannot say Gambian videos without mentioning Pierre, you know. He's the one that you know that produced the Love Folk larger video. He made that video. Pierre, yeah, high tech, you know. MJ Bulldog transfer to high tech before going to Bakau. So anyway for MJ the move rek fu nga gis foo gis MJ fu nga gis ma around with, you know, with Ayo. So MJ moom like definitely a lot si man, you know, te di ko ñaanal rek xam nga rek yàlla xare ko, you know, àjjana, you know, xam nga.
So that brings us on to, you know, a few things you mentioned before about the sacrifices you made to do stuff for the game in hip hop, for the hip hop game. You know, let's move on to that. You know, your show Home Cook. You know,
the Home Cook freestyle.
Yeah, there was the you know, it was on the airways regularly. Yeah. You know, we've seen you put together the Home Cook freestyle competition. Yeah, there was also the Home Cook Hitmaker, which is like the first of its kind. I've never seen anything like that. You know what I'm saying? Where you bring together two different artists. They write on the radio. You know, freestyle it on the radio, on the beat, you know, and then have the audience call in, you know, for the people who missed that. There's also, you also did a concert for that.
Yeah, most definitely.
You know, so tell us about, you know, what inspired you to do those? Why you do those type of things? I know it's good for us, but you know, we wanna hear it from you.
Yeah, like back then, I think like the hip hop industry, you know, need platforms like that. Because, you know, we got so much talent, you know, but, you know, we don't have platforms they can normally showcase their talent, you know. And I believe, you know, the only way that we can pave a way, you know, for Gambian hip hop, you know, artists to be start at least, you know, recognizing outside and to be start recognizing, you know, inside the country, and you know, our parents start exactly, you know, hip hop is not what they think, you know. So I say, let me come with the Home Cook freestyle competition, you know what I mean? So that like the Gambian hip hop industry, you know, will have another color, will have another image, and like they must start seeing talent in the neighborhood. Because I believe like if you're a stakeholders, you know, and you know you've been in the music industry all the time, you know, try to, you know, to raise talent, you know, try to nurture talent, and try to show the public that there are some people out there they can do it, you know, not only putting the people that already, you know, paved the way. Because in Gambia here we are like that. We always promote the people that's already there. And if you're doing that, you know, you're not helping. So by that time, exactly. So by that time, I believe like I have to nurture people. I have to, you know, bring people, and I have to show Gambians that the country got talent, and we got some good hip hop MCs in the neighborhood.
Correct.
Yeah, so I come with like the idea of bringing a home cook freestyle competition. Bringing two artists together in the studio, playing instrument for them, and I talked to Biden Bilal, of the Poetic X in Zihudi. Explain the idea and the concept of what I want to do. Then they're gonna be the judge, because I cannot be the judge. I can only host the show, but I want to bring some people outside that can judge the show. So when I talked to Bilal the idea and talked to Zihudi, and they welcomed the idea, and they hip hop heads, and they were very happy seeing a platform that like young upcoming talent coming to showcase their talent on on the show.
Definitely.
So when I talked to them, and like they love the idea, so then I talked to my boss at Capital FM, and he was very supportive. That's also of the Jollof Arts. He liked the idea. Then then that's the time. Then we hit the promotion. When we hit the promo on the radio, a lot of artists start like contacting the numbers for them to come and join in. We have we have DMB in Kirgi family. That's where Speed Rebel came from. By Babu of Cracker. So what I mean. And you have like Brain, the late Brain of the new era. Now he's not here. Rest in peace, bro. So we got like a lot of artists that came from the home cook freestyle competition. Then after that, we have a final. Because we used to bring two artists every Saturday, and play for beat for them. Then after they might do like the second round, they might do like a with off beat, and the third round is like asking them questions concerning about the Gambian. He just hip hop generally, not only Gambian hip hop.
What year was this? It was 2011, 2012.
2012. 2012. So we are doing that. I think we're having like I think we bring up 13 artists, and only 2 should go to the final, 4, final and final. Then the final, and I decided like, they've been hearing the voices, on the radio, so they want to now. I want them to see the
see the faces.
The faces. So I decided to take it at Duplex. So then I go to Duplex. Arrange with them. And like they approve for me to do the concert there, and like we fix the time of day. Then I go to Abbas Artistic. Then he made the flyer that this is the final. Then from there we took it to Duplex. But after something happened, in Duplex, that we have to bring back the final in the radio.
Oh, okay.
And what happened in Duplex was like, it was Speed Rebel and by Babu that
reached the final.
Reached the final. So before, if I could remember, Baba was having an issue with some, hip hop heads.
Oh, okay. That's right.
He was having issues with, I think, with Ace, so then, he could not end up, completing, the final at Duplex, what I mean? Then, like, we have to bring it, to the radio. So, but him and Tam, they go and record, this song saying like, hip-hop,
I remember that.
What I mean? That beefs and all that, and rappers. So, like, on that Saturday, Baba did not show up because he was thinking like, the hip-hop heads might meet him on the radio and create some trouble and all that.
I got you.
So like, we end up giving the final to Speed Rebel. We produce like, I produced like a free mixtape, for him, and give him some couple of gift for his trophy. Then the hitmaker,
the home cook hitmaker.
Then after the home cook freestyle competition, I moved to Paradise FM. When I moved to Paradise 2, then I said, let me bring something different again, because I'm that someone that always want to bring something different that will change the game and that will give the game another color. So I think of like a home cook hitmaker compilation, like bringing artists in the studio for us to produce a song. And the concept and the idea that's behind that is like for people to know like this is the way we produce songs, this is the way we make beats, this is the way that you guys write your songs. And like you spend time, you spend resources and everything. So when somebody is out there to pull out the record for sale, go and buy it to support. When he do a concert, go and buy to support. Because a lot of people don't know exactly like what you guys are facing to produce your songs.
That's right.
So I bring the home cook hitmaker compilation. So every Saturday, then I bring 2 artists. Before that, I was having a co-host that was MC Killer.
Yeah,
Sikil of the hip hop heads, you know, and Mariama Bojang, you know. Yeah, then the home cook hitmaker compilation was, I designed it as like every Saturday, you know, I bring 2 artists, you know, 2 artists that has like the same, you know, the same connect and the same style of, you know, of music, you know.
Yeah.
So we produce the song in the studio so that like the people out there will know exactly this the way you guys write your songs, like I said.
Yeah.
You know, the arrangement, you know, the writing and everything, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then after it's just some couple of minutes making of the song inside the radio, you know. Then after the radio, then we'll go to the studio and record the song fully. So every Saturday I have 2 artists with 1 song, you know, till then I end up having 10 songs. Then I compile that and name it like the Home Cook Hitmaker compilation and do the launching at Alien Franco.
Yeah. Successful launching as well.
Yeah, thank you very much, you know. Thank you so much, you know. Yeah,
Most
thank you so much, you know.
Most definitely.
Yeah, thank you so much.
So, are we gonna see any other new ideas of your songs?
Yeah, because and after the Home Cook Hitmaker compilation, you know, and then I bring Musa, the story of Musa, which a lot of people, you know, love that story. You know, just like you know, a movie. It was a very touching story.
Yeah.
Then after that, you know, I end up, you know, moving back to Capital FM and bring the, you know, the baseline hip hop soul, which currently right now, I'm creating like a concept and idea that, you know, I want to at least, you know, bring something new, something different to the hip hop scene, because a lot of people are saying like, you know, hip hop is dead in Gambia. You know, so what I mean, and I think like hip hop is still alive. You know, just that definitely. You know, just that they would have killed it. You know, so what I mean. Yeah. So I'm thinking an idea. I'm working on an idea. You know, a concept that, you know, I will come up with then and start with that at the Capital FM, and it's gonna have a visual, both an audio and visual. So at least you will have like a different platform of, you know, Gambian hip hop.
Okay, no, that's great. That's great. But you mentioned something there that I was going to ask next.
Okay.
And that's about Musa.
Yeah, the story of Musa.
Yeah, because for those people who don't know, you know, it was like a series you did.
Yeah.
Where every week on your radio show, there was a song put together telling the life of, you know, the story of Musa. You know, the life of, you know, Benago and Hamga.
Yeah, most definitely.
You know, life
Numdunda and all that.
You understand. And you know, as a listener, you know, I listen to the way people reacted to that.
Yeah, most definitely.
We're paying attention. You know, but also it was engaging people. You know what I'm saying? Because there was people who went through similar situations.
Yeah, most definitely.
You know, Musa and his family members.
Exactly. And I'm on a time, sir. Like I'm not being an episode. You know, buñ the phone after being a mayor mu call you after Musta di joy. You know, so and nuñ designé story bi, because Musa after the an accident and like the way no mixé audio bi. Dinga feel that car crash, you know, she audio and all that, and mom after the same way that I'm on accident, you know. So doing like story like get touch a lot of hearts, you know, and the story of Musa. Mama they do the production, but Arms was the writer, you know. Arms is the other member of the Negroful army, you know. Then after then you together, then you ligay, you know, story be collectively. So every day independent episode. So Musa come ben a góor rek ko xamne dafa amone sister. Xam nga pare mu am yaayam, but maamam daf daan, you know, faj rab, you understand. After bu maam bi gaañoo, after loolu dafa reflex si xale bi. Waaw dafa reflex si xale bi, you know. Then after nag Musa moom dafa amoon pour génn dem hustle pour ñëw dimbale yaayam ak xale bi, you know. Xale bi nag nu moo gën di mag nekkate loolu mu ngay gën a feeñ, you know. Xam nga ba benn time mu jékki-jékki rek génn kër fekk yaayam amatul doole pour toppa ko. So Musa dafa am pour ñëw back home pour door di Thiès léegi fan la système nekk dem foofu la story bi, you know, dooree, xam nga. En story bi ñu ngi ko tënk lépp loo xam ne comme ñu ngi ko dundal si suñ society, not ne dañ ko binda nii comme randomly nii rek, xam nga. waaye every episode bu ne dañ make sure comme ñu def fa loo xam ne ñu ngi ko live mooy ay dëkkandoor, xam nga, mooy sa diggante ak sa parents, you know, sa diggante ak say xarit, xam nga. and yow xam nga soo demee ba after yàlla dénkoon la njaboot nga génnaloo fi ëllëg, you know, nu ñoo handle sa sa alal cause bu ñu demee ba after ñu war a miiras Moussa xam nga dañ indi oustaz soo gisee ma indi oustaz indi ko pour moom mu wax ñu exactly comme su nit gaañoo bàyyi fi alal bàyyi fi tout family naka la ñu war a miirasee alal boobu noonu so dafa nekkoon story boo xam ne comme xam nga waaw dafa amoon solo comme lu ñu nekk di live in our society laa indi woon xam nga waaw so that's the story of Moussa which am nañ 2 seasons waaw different multimedia house dañu approach pour ñu def ko video xam nga but after dañ ko bëgg a def just daba jaane video daba jaane series and like xam nga soo demee ba nga toog something loo xam ne comme dafa standard da nga need that standard and that quality bi nga solo that product cause soo ko defutee rek loolu daf koo kill so that's the reason lu tax comme still now ñu ngi just hold on with the series bañ meet maybe the right people to work with at least nañ doon ko gis visual than the audio
How has things changed in the music sense boo ko starté ak léegi
naka la change comme moo starté loo miin comme
boo ko starté since nga start ko like the produce ak léegi naka la mel
waaw léegi dafa different waaw dafa different because of dañ am the mindset ne comme xam nga like comme hip hop amul njëriñ Gambia and like ku ko def da nga nekk di waste time dañ dem ba after loolu lañ dee wax si télé yi loolu lañ dee wax si rajo yi loolu lañ dee wax si WhatsApp yi groupe yi loolu lañ dee wax like si audio yi loolu lañ dee toog di ko waxtaanee so like that upcoming someone koo xam ne mu ngi déglu radio wala mu ngi bëgg a nekk hip hop artist or mu ngi am that talent loolu mooy xaw a kind of poison his mind mu xaw a moom divert to that you understand what I mean and platform yi ñu amoon by then amatuñ ko because of Cypher mu ngi fi woon doon dem great amoon nañ like a lot of hip hop shows yoo xam ne mu ngi si réseau bi léegi da nga am only foog naa few of them xam nga ba pare collectively like comme Gambian hip hop artists yi nekk ñu di liggéey collectively comme woon nuñ doon liggéeyee comme ku am event ñëpp jàpp si mu dem xam nga so things change na and tamit xam nga world baa ngi gën a change si beneen kind of level sama su ñëwee si production wise tam nga change na su ñëwee si kind of writing change na su ñëwee si kind of good songs change na because there's a difference between like a good song and a hit song and fii mënuñoo differentiate part yooyu noonu ba dem nañ ba every event bu happen dafa gis benn Gambian hip hop artist you know what I mean
true
xam nga dafa gis benn Gambian hip hop artist because dañu feel ne comme that genre like is a dying genre xam nga ba pare ñoom si seen bopp ñooy dem invite yeneen others artists outside ñi def hip hop because gis nañ like Deep in Sénégal xam nga mu ngi si yenn fly yoo xam ne is a Gambian concert but ñoom seen mindset mooy like comme Gambia hip hop is dead in Gambia but dañ dem Sénégal comme jëlee hip hop artist and suñu invité Deep du rap si the stage nothing different apart from hip hop xam nga understand and most of the crowd ñoom seen audience yëpp ñu fa dee they all hip hop heads so am na different waaye I think ne comme xam nga the Gambian hip hop industry ñoo war a xam ne comme xam nga hip hop is the only music boo xam ne comme man I believe ne like comme mun naa yóbbu dëkk bi to another level and mun naa sell dëkk bi to another level waaye loolu dafa des pour ñu liggéey collectively towards that so back in the days ak léegi sama ko laajtee naa la wax ne definitely am na like a huge different
would you say better changes for the better like differences for the better or
no for worse because back in the days you were in the scene we were working collectively back in the days so what I mean and back in the days like we have a more hip-hop radio shows back in the days every door we knock for sponsors they always welcome us so what I mean back in the days Ali and Franco used to have every end of month a hip-hop concert you have like people coming up to show up and to support
that's true
but now you see like a lot of hip-hop MCs switching now doing another genre because they believe like if they're doing hip-hop they might be not maybe chase girls so what I mean like get money or drive a nice car and all that and look at all the African countries look at in Kenya look at Calligraphy Jones he got money look at
Calligraphy Jones
and he's doing still hip-hop
US artists
exactly so go to South Africa go to Nigeria, still hip hop is still alive. Go to Senegal here, but for here, they want to poison the mindset of the people. They want to poison the mindset of the kids that doing hip hop here will not put you on the map. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
So that's why one like me, like I will never change and I will never switch. Even if hip hop don't pay me, I will still keep it real.
Yeah, that's
you know what I mean? Different from my business side of it.
Yeah. No, most definitely. I feel you there, man. You know what I'm saying? As well, like with shows like Baseline, with ideas that you've already provided, and with shows like this, we can keep pushing hip hop and show the people that.
And so like this, like this, like when I watched this first episode, I was very happy, and I even said on my radio show. I said on my radio show because I think hip hop. We need to see hip hop visual. We need to see hip hop on the TV.
Most definitely.
Because those are the only platform that like we can invite the hip hop artists. You start talking about the issues and the problems that we have here. To push Gambian hip hop industry.
No, most definitely. That's the aim. For programs like this that we're trying to do. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to, like you said, bring hip hop to people's faces and show you that this is. There's a lot of talent in what they see. The people who've been on this show, the people who are on this show now, you know what I'm saying? The people who are going to be on this show, bring it to the people, let them see it.
Most definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely.
Okay, so what we're going to do now, we're going to take a little break from the interview.
Okay.
And we're going to head round to your side. We're going to head to MBT Records, and, the people can see you in your element.
No problem, man. Yeah.
Okay, we're taking a break from that interview. We're stepping out of the studio. This is Hip Hop 101. From the street to the studio, this is MBT Records here at Bruce B Phase 2. We're in the building with our host, Maaw Gee.
Yeah, thank you very much, Kandalit, for coming over, and
thanks for having us, man.
yeah, man, at least, now, MBT Records, because you've been, since I moved here. Yeah, man, and, nice to have you, again, thank you very much for coming up here.
It's a pleasure to be in the building.
Yeah.
Okay, so you told us before in the interview about when you were at
Joshua.
in Joshua, MBT Records, with the love and the family feel and the support that you had around you there. What's it been like since you moved here?
Yeah, it's different, because being with the family most of the time will not give you the room and the environment to do a lot of things when we come to production, because sometimes you might be calculating like, I have a late night session ASAP, but like the family is sleeping, so you have to cancel that and wait for a daytime. Maybe everybody has to go to work and all that, So most of the time, like being a producer and you've been surrounded by your family inside the house, it's always like difficult to do like a lot of things, especially like producers. They love to be working at night, late night, So, but when I moved in Bruce here, you can see like it's very free, artists can come over and do their recording at night without having any problem. You can take booking any time, So that's the difference between like, living with my family and, living alone with the studio. The things I was not able to do the time I was with the family. When I moved in Bruce here, I start doing it, taking late night recording, mixing and mastering late night, so I can take booking anytime. But there with the family, sometimes you have to calculate that. You live with elders. So what I'm saying? Exactly. Sometimes it's not be like, oh, Maaw, don't do this, Maaw, don't do that, Sometimes you as a man, you have to make
the decision.
Exactly, like, I'm doing with them. So certain things that, I should know that, I should not do it, So, so those kind of barriers was kind of challenges to me, but I was like, time will come, I might maybe able to move out, and set up like the studio alone, and like there's gonna be no distraction, or even me thinking like, oh, I should record at late night or not. But now I have that environment to be taking bookings at late. So that's the difference between me living with my family and living alone with the studio.
Okay, definitely. It gives you a more flexible schedule.
Exactly,
and as well with like beat making and stuff, you're not going to be disturbing anyone, like working on a kit or trying to find the right stairs.
Exactly, and sound travels, it travels a lot, it travels a lot,
Okay. As someone who's like an elder statesman in terms of hip hop, not only in hip hop but in terms of music production, and who's been around the game for a long time, working with many different artists. How come you haven't set up like a record label?
Yeah, like I believe setting up a record label, it need like a lot of things, You have to have a very strong foundation to do it, Yeah, a lot of people, give me the idea and approach me of me like setting MBT Records, because we've been here for ages now, as a record label, and start signing artists, But like you have to have the resources to do that.
Correct.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I was having a chat with one of my business partner about, MBT Records been setting up a record label and start signing artists, but we still on the process. Is not yet finalized. Sometimes I have like a bunch of artists, even this upcoming artists be coming to me like, boy Maaw, I want you to sign me, and we work together and all. I was like, I didn't have the resources to sign an artist because it's need a lot of things. Because if you take an example, one of the biggest record label here in Gambia is Jollof Arts, and like they have a lot of challenge, you know what I mean?
It's a lot of,
exactly, So you having like a small environment, in a small, staircase doesn't make you for you to be like, oh, I have to start signing artists and all that, So that's the reason why, I just hold on, till when that process, completed, then, I will set MBT Records as a record label. From that time, any artist that I sign, you will be very happy and you will be very comfortable, and you will see exactly what you need on record label to be set with me and to work with me. Yeah, but in another color,
sometimes I might be seeing an artist been having a talent, and maybe you want to do a project with MBT Records. We might call you and give you our contract document for you to read it. If you don't have any investment, you might produce all the songs and do the investment, book the venue, and do the event. And after you got your own percentage, then the studio got his own percentage. But you're not gonna be signed by MBT Records. You're gonna be like an independent. Exactly, you independent artist, so you can work with every artist. I once did that with Maaw Gee, and I did that with Benji. I did, and a lot of artists. They were independent. Artists on MBT Records, but not signed by MBT. But sometimes you might be working with an artist, and that brotherhood and that family, connect you between you and that artist. So you know what I mean.
That's definitely a great move because
exactly.
those artists that you mentioned, it helped them to give them that step up.
Exactly.
Where their projects are out and people get to hear more.
Exactly. So I'm on the plan though. So if God give me, health and long life and strong, I might see in MBT Records being a record label and start signing artists, to work with them.
Yeah, definitely. Because I know as a music producer, you will have a lot of young artists who will record their songs.
Definitely.
And then they'll be like, Maaw, boy, nakala.
A lot. Every day, guys, and then sometimes I'm being an artist when you boy, Maaw, I'm going to sign my neck on the I'm going to job together and all. I'm going to I'm going because of signing artists. Definitely need nobody. Not come let me start. I'm just if you studio you, but you get sign an artist. But after 1 month, 2 months, don't forget that artist.
Yeah, it falls down.
You understand what I mean? Yeah. So then what the risk to sign an artist. What if already you have a very strong background.
It's important as well to be honest with them, like you're doing. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It's not the right moment.
Exactly. No, it's not. But when God gives me all the plans that I'm working on, succeed. I might want to maybe set up MBT Record as a record label, not even in a Gambia, but like a big record label that we work with every artist in the world. Exactly. Yeah.
That's great. That's great.
Yeah.
All right. So what we're gonna do now? We're gonna head back to the studio. We're gonna keep talking to Maaw Gee of MBT Records. Okay, so we're back in the studio. We're back from MBT Records. We're here with our guest Maaw Gee. So, I know you've already answered it a little bit, but, I want to ask you the questions I ask everyone who passes through here. How do you see the hip-hop scene in the Gambia right now?
I think it's kind of, sleep a little bit.
Yeah.
Because, how many years now? Let me not say years now. How many months now? Have you been to hip hop concert?
Yeah, a hip hop show.
No, so for now never kind of sleep, because of it's been a minute. Artists are going to pull out breakups.
Yeah.
Let me say projects, and it's been a minute, the Gambian hip hop artists Nekundi made no concert. So most of the concert you have never happened recently, these other genres.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And recently it's not hip hop MCs you the fade out, go into doing Afrobeat, than hip hop. You know what I mean? So I think they need a lot of work for new in the world go back to num melon, but for now for kind of sleep,
No, I agree with that.
Okay, what advice for hip hop artist or producer in the Gambia here?
Yeah, mooy comme bul yaakamti xam nga jël sa time ba pare nga nangoo nekk taalibe and ba pare xam nga lépp li nga def comme nang ko gestu. Yeah, cause dama day am ñu bari ñoo xam ne dañ ñëw suma studio bi pour xam nga bëgg a nekk producer xam nga waaye tamit dañ ko see bëgg a xaar xam nga te kenn judduwul dox xam nga da nga juddu xam nga nekk di raam ñu téye la nga dem ba dox nga dem ba mag after nga mën a sa boppa so ba pare musique dafa nekk loo xam ne comme xam nga long process la nekkul comme li nga jàng tey nga mun ko tey xam nga ni kon comme ñëpp dañ ko doon def waaw so lu ma advice mooy anybody koo xam ne comme xam nga bëgg nga nekk producer wala nga bëgg a nekk an artist most of the time comme gestu ko comme ni nga demee school pour jàng xam nga so soo ko jàngee da nga dem ba understand ko xam nga dina waral comme kenn du ñëw di la drag yow sa saakol xam nga ko soo ko jàngutee and yow understand la exactly yow loo nekk di def mooy waral man ma ñëw pour génne la yow si li nga doon def pour ma drag la si something else cause comme man rek xam nga su ma ko gestu wutoon xam nga it's very easy pour nit na ma ne kaa ma yóbbu la si beneen kind of affaire nga bàyyi lii nii xam nga waaye tamit xam nga waaye comme xam naa lu maa def xam naa lii xam nga fu ma yóbbu ak respect bu ma may so gisuma dara si kaw suuf luy tax comme ma war a bàyyi loolu war a dem defi leneen xam nga understand nga waaye taxul tamit am naa suma other side hustles yoo xam ne maa ngi ko def different from like comme music waaw ba pare comme soo nekk si dëkk bi moom di def music nga nekk yu tamit dama la advice mostly mooy comme xam nga trial tamit xam nga at least nga ut job xam nga cause music dafa need xaalis xam nga understand nga te yow soo amutee comme xaalis bi xam nga comme doo mun a am yu bari because of bit bi nga dem jënda xam nga da nga koo fay xam nga record bi nga dem def da nga koo fay xam nga fly bi nga def da nga koo fay waaye soo amee liggéey di am xaalis at least di nga ko mun di ko pon si yow li nga bëgg a def waaw so advice boobu la am pour anybody comme ne bëgg naa nekk like a music producer and bëgg naa nekk like an artist all the time comme jëlal sa time comme nga liggéey nga dem ba nga feel ne comme ñor nga ba pare tamit nga nekk taalibe loolu loo xam ne daf dee jafe cause da nga amee nit di ko jàngal sax moom mu bëgg a laa woon ne la moom moo la gën a xam nga waxtaan waa xam nga te fii moom loo nekkul taalibe moom doo mën a nekk sëriñam xam nga so foog nga nekk taalibe rek pour ëllëg yow nga mën a benefit yow li nga li nga jàngoon ak loolu moo laa njëriñ yeah.
All right, so yeah, that brings me to the next point. What do you think about the level of production right now
in Gambia?
Yeah, compared to how it was.
Only hip hop or like just production?
Okay, yeah, hip hop, but you know, in general.
In generally, I think we have less hip hop producers.
Yeah,
here
there's a lot more producers, but less.
Yeah,
hip-hop
less hip hop. We have more producers, but I think we have less hip hop producers here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, and like I said, the belief they have, like if you be a hip hop producer, you might maybe your business will not work.
Yeah,
it's supposed to be.
True.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the mindset that people have. You know what I mean? But I believe like when we come to production Gambia, it's in another level. Compared to back in the days or before. You know what I mean? Because now technology is very advanced now. We got more advanced software.
Yeah.
We got more advanced plugins. We got more advanced pitch corrector.
Yeah.
So we got a lot of things that back in the days we could not afford that. Because I can remember Build of Records, they were recording with analog back in the days, no software, no, it's a 4-trap machine.
Yeah.
You remember back in the days, but now things change. So when you come to production in Gambia, it's in another level. Because sometimes you might be hearing songs and you will say like, where do they produce song?
Yeah.
You like, they produce the song, in Gambia. So the level on production is very high now in Gambia.
Yeah.
Very, very high. You see now kids are doing very good.
Yeah.
In production.
Yeah.
Just we need some little things to adjust. You know what I mean? Like if you have a music school, that can help. I'm humble, you know what I mean? Sometimes you might even see someone that's doing very well in production.
Yeah.
And you be like, oh, I wish I have I was a millionaire.
Yeah.
I can create like a platform or just, pay a ticket for him. He can go online and come back,
Yeah.
So, and I believe the government have to do something on that, in every country.
Definitely.
In every country, music is something that's is part of this bust the the economic. We see in Jamaica the time they lock Jackio, they lose a lot of money on their economic, so they have to fight to bring him in, concerts. They pay tax and everything. So like the government have to at least build a music school, so that like every producer and like every artist that is coming up, will have the chance to go and learn guitar, go and learn keyboard, go and learn how to record, how to mix and master, a proper school, so that like we must start fixing all the errors we've been having, in our industry.
And open a lot more doors.
Exactly, in our industry, exactly, and that will bring like a lot of connection, contacts, people,
exactly.
Us and outside, so like the level now is high, coming when we come to production.
Okay, lan moo manqué suñ hip hop industry bi ak lan lañu war a def pour mu gën a dem si kanam.
Waaw man lu ma believe mooy lu manqué rek mooy more platforms, and collective work together. Because maa gis ne suñu amutee xam nga more platform duñ mën a am like young upcoming hip hop MCs fu ñu showcase seen talent après tamit nga am sa njaay xam nga après amuloo marché boo ko jaay kenn du ko jënd. So I believe dañu war a am like more platforms pour at least more hip hop radio shows, more hip hop TV shows, more hip hop outdoor concerts, because loolu moo de keep hip hop more relevant si dëkk te loolu fekk amuñ ko rek there is a problem moo tax comme affaire yaa ngi sleep ak lu ñu war a def tamit pour loolu ñëwaat pour ñu uplift ko ñu mun koo achieve mooy foog ñu teg suñu difference aside ku nekk nag dee mun a am issue ak sa morom xam nga tamit kenn du nekk fii si kaw suuf nga ne doo mun a ama problème ak diw loolu dee mun a happen ak knowing like a music industry foog sometimes xam nga beef dee am foog sometimes lii am foog lële am but tamit nañ teg loolu aside ak ñu liggéey si loo xam ne comme xam nga ëllëg ñu ngee dem waaye tamit foog ñu liggéeyal comme ñii ñëw pour nga ne suñ ñëwee nañ mën a xam ne ñi kat fii lii lañ def ak fii lañ amoon ñu tam nañ try like pour ñu move on to that level but suñ pestee comme lu fi koto yi jaaroon that division and all that then ñu war a ñëw xam nga defaat the same thing then suñ doom yi di ñëw dañoo defaat the same thing and after all du indi benn achievement si hip hop bi so foog naa like loolu mooy the only solution ñu ñëw together xam nga nañ toog waxtaan comme nu président yi dee toogee ministre yi xam nga vice président toog di waxtaan man I believe ne dañu war a am loolu noonu xam nga cause dañu am pour toog waxtaan dañu war a am like hip hop association boo xam ne dañu am a président am a secretary am accountant am everything then ñu toog di waxtaan seet dañoo mën a putee a hip hop award Gambia amut like a hip hop award Gambia amut a hip hop festival te loolu fekk ñun dooñ di liggéey si loolu rek pour ñu mun ñoo ràññee outside pour ñu mun ñoo gis outside wala ñu mun a indi gan outside fii dina difficult so man I bet na ne comme xam nga dañ all of us dañ am pour toog waxtaan seet ni ñoo mun a brainstorm idea put it on a pen and a paper then from there ñu door di liggéey towards loolu nga xam ne like comme at least nañ fi bàyyi benn festival boo xam ne benn award boo xam ne nañ door di celebrate ñun tamit ñun suñ nit yi waaye xam nga du ñu dee celebrate loolu moo day kill seen spirit cause amuloo plateforme bu ñu naan celebrate tey man su ma tukkee nekk ma di play hip hop léegi Kandalit the same thing like ban hip hop platform la ñu amaat again sama daa mel so dañ need more hip hop platform dañ need more hip hop concert après dañ need hip hop award and festival waaye loolu ñun rek ñu ñoo ko mun a indi together nuñ ko indee mooy ñu teg suñ amalante bi ne kii dama ko mere kii dama ko def léeg kii daf ma def lii xam nga nañ ko teg side cause xam nga lu nga def aduna yaagut we have a very short time here and every day ñu ngay gis that lesson si suñ kanam lépp lu ñoo puus nga nañ ko puus nga xam ne comme dëkk bi at least na nekk si beneen level su ñëwee si hip hop hip hop music.
No, I like that. Positive thoughts, good moves. You know what I'm saying? Most definitely.
Thank you so much.
So, we come to the end of another great show. You know what I'm saying? I want to thank you for coming.
Yeah, you're welcome.
You know what I'm saying? And and for representing. You know what I'm saying? Representing hip hop, representing music producers.
All the time, man.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it was a pleasure to have you, man.
Thank you so much.
Are there any shout outs you want to give?
Like shouts to my family. And shouts to. Poetic X, that's Ayub Bilal, and shouts to, Papa Jams, they've been there since the day one. And right now I'm working with couple of projects, one which Maaw Gee, and other one, is a compilation that I'm doing with Scotty, we bringing up like every hood one artist, Tobacco one artist, Banjo one artist, and bring it together as like a hip hop, compilation.
Okay, nice.
And at least, launch that, to a bigger event. So all those projects are on the pipeline, but it's not yet finalized yet, So, and, thank you very much for having me here. And thank you, Fatou.
It was a pleasure.
I'm all the time very, very happy being on a hip hop platform, talking about the Gambian hip hop, hip hop industry, Thank you so much.
Okay, so that was Maaw Gee, you know what I'm saying? A very experienced person from Gambian hip hop, you know what I'm saying? It was great to have him on the show, you know what I'm saying? So, you know the deal. This is the part where I sign out. I want to give a thanks to Right Click to allowed us to be here. Shout out to the Gandal Global family as well. Also Big thanks to my cameraman today, Melsick MLJ, massive respect. Want to say a big thanks to everyone at Paradise TV. Yeah, man, and you know the deal. Don't forget to tune in to Paradise FM every Thursday afternoon from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. Where we bring you the dopest hip-hop from the Gambia to worldwide, representing anywhere in the universe. And on Saturday night for Hip Hop 101 Unlimited from midnight until late. Thanks for joining us.